Oh, hi.
You're staring dumbly at the Princess of the Night, Luna. What is her last name? That's gonna bug you.
Why do some poems have 2 names and others just 1? And some names are obviously family names, like the cakes, so...
While you're thinking, the 2 feathered demons take it upon themselves to shift the blame.
Help us, Your Majesty. He's using his magical horn powers to force us to tease him for some sick pleasure.
We know his horn is located in his pants, here.
Hard Time caresses your inner thigh, and your arm reacts on reflex with a bottle of Nope. With a satisfying thunk, you knock the little pone right the fuck out.
I can't explain.
Luna wears a look that's alternating between furious, curious, and a couple other Eases.
Anon the stallion human, you will cease your attacks at once.
Wait, don't I even get...
Do not talk back to your betters.
The fuck did this poem just say to me? Very well.
Luna smiles.
That's bet.
What else does Princess Moonbottom demand?
Luna's smile ends.
Colt, why must you be so difficult? Let the warden search you, and then maybe we...
What's this maybe bullshit? No. You don't get to just manhandle me. I didn't even do anything. Where the fuck are you?
If you'll excuse me, Anon.
Luna levitates out a scroll. It's the same one Twilight sent off a few hours ago.
Apparently, you teased 2 coltless herds, obviously in some twisted bid of power.
No. I tried to buy carrots. See,
But if that wasn't enough, you didn't step in and present yourself to either, even when they were locked in mortal combat.
They were dancing. I don't...
Not only that, but you wholly ignored them. The riot you created was an excuse for you to loot the town proper.
I was buying...
And you still haven't presented yourself.
Oh, she wants me to present. Fine then.
You grip your crotch through your pants.
These nuts, son!
Gang signs everywhere. Luna is... Actually, she's not reacting.
Well, that's not good. No, actually, now that I think about it, antagonizing a demigoddess who runs the judicial system of this nation when night falls is an overall poor...
We have come up with a plan.
Wait, what's this now?
Luna smiles.
Don't worry your little head on such matters. I fear they might be beyond your ken.
I preferred Ryu, honestly.
Luna just looks at you with that same small smile on her muzzle.
Okay. Now I'm creeped right the fuck out.
Stallion, I do not know how your culture or law is administered where you come from, and it is obvious you do not understand your place in your new home, so I, as your benevolent and ever-loved princess, shall hoof prepare you for a proper life.
Okay, so I don't really want job training. I mean, I can figure...
A job? Oh, Colt, no. I shall prepare you for a life of raising your foals and caring for your herd, whichever one it is you pick.
Like hell you will.
Now, Stallion, I insist upon educating you properly. What mare wouldn't want a hoof-trained stallion and buy royalty?
I am an independent man who don't need no mare.
She stomps the ground twice, and 2 Bat Pony guards show up on either side of her.
I insist.
You just stare at her. Fudge Packer takes this awkward silence as the opportune time to paw at your zipper. On reflex, yet again, you knock that little pone right the fuck out. Neither you nor Luna flinch.
For Frodo!
You launch yourself at Luna with wild abandon.
Historians will forever debate what happened that night. The Night Guard insists it was capable and able to defend their princess from the gentle flailing of a confused stallion. Luna is tight-lipped about the matter even decades after Anon's death, due to extreme, magically enhanced old age. Anon's only recorded comment was that he let his autism flow. But we don't know what this autism is or how it helped. But you, gentle reader, get a front seat to quite possibly the battle of the century and proof of man's dominance of the stars.
You start windmilling your arms as you rush the princess, making sure to make killbot noises with your mouth. It seems to be working. Luna looks quite shocked.
Enough, Anon! Stop this! Princess!
The 2 guards dash in front of her, blocking her body from your swings. The foremost guard readies her battle stance.
Woo, twist!
The second guard, albeit scared, ruffles up her chest fur as fluffy as she can.
For Equestria!
2 little pones knocked right the fuck out. You realize that you are a killbot. Grinning, you speed up your swinging. Luna starts to back away.
Now, Anon, I do not wish to harm you. After all, you are just scared and confused.
Killbot Anon will not be appeased.
You gotta break the fuck out of here. You make a final push towards Luna, who teleports out of the way. This surprises you, to say the least. You stop your killbotting, surveying the damage you've done.
4 little pones knocked right the fuck out. No authority figure in sight. Open cell door.
After doing the right thing, by which I mean positioning the unconscious guards together in lewd positions, you start making your way out of the station.
Man, this was easy. I should hit all pones with a wine bottle. So far, it's 4 for 4.
You boldly kick open the door and...
There has to be at least 20 night guards out there. Wow, they do not look happy. And Luna's there in the center, her mane flowing in the non-existent wind. Now that I think about it, that's kind of creepy.
Anon!
No.
Anon! I haven't even...
No.
Luna paws at the ground, muttering to herself.
Guard!
Yes, Princess.
I said no.
Prepare the soft cell!
Yes, Princess.
No, seriously, what the fuck? Where's
But you don't even get that far. Apparently, preparing the soft cell means being draped in a bunch of really, really comfortable blankets. Granted, they're the size of tarps, but still. You let the first few fall over you, and Luna smirks.
This thing is serious.
You start up the windmill, but
Sounds, this fabric. It has betrayed me by constricting my movements.
you begin to struggle as more and more blankets are piled on you. Someone takes out your legs and, well, you're basically bundled up.
Huzzah! Good show, my young ponies. Now take him to the castle. We must begin acclimation at once.
That sounds slightly ominous.
Your contents shift, and you believe yourself to be in transit. You can tell with your superior human inner ear, and the fact that, you usually don't hear the grunt of guards flapping their wings and carrying your fat ass around.
Well, time for a strategic in-flight nap.
You awaken with a start.
Being dropped on the floor will do that to you. Anyone there? Promise?
No.
Shit.
You start to unbind yourself, channeling your inner 5-year-old, flailing and kicking your limbs to escape your cloth prison. Eventually, your head breaks above the cloth ocean, and the first thing you see is Luna giving you that smug fucking smirk. You narrow your eyes at her.
So we meet again.
Stallion, this is for your own good. I abhor using violence against those with delicate constitutions, so the soft cell is the only solution left to me. We couldn't have you chipping a hand.
You stand up, stretching a bit. Yeah, you're pissed, but fuck, that was comfy and all sorts of warm. You're almost not even mad.
Almost. Okay. So, where do we go from here? I mean, I'm pretty sure Twilight and the other elements will wonder where the hell I am. Not to mention, can you even kidnap someone against their will? What would Celestia say?
Luna just keeps on grinning.
In any other scenario, you would be right. But, my little confused cult, I am preparing you for a better future here amongst our ponies. When Celestia sees you in a few weeks...
Wait, weeks?
She will be astounded at your transformation, and then she will have no choice but to let us rule without oversight once again. No more shall she call our methods outdated, or archaic, or fundamental abuse of rights. We shall be vindicated!
You purse your lips together.
Yeah. How about none of that? We can go hit up a bar. Will that be an acceptable compromise?
No. Now.
She clops her hoof against the stone floor. Immediately, all sorts of instruments magically appearify on the walls. Looking around, it seems you're in a large circular room. The balcony would betray it as somewhere high, but other than that, you don't know nothing.
We shall begin with a task that should be easy for your sex. Cooking.
What? No! Fuck you! Whiskey and cereal is the breakfast of kings!
I shall help you learn delicacies that will make any mare's mouth water. As they say, when the dick stops twitching, get back to the kitchen. This will be very useful for non-estrus seasons.
You double over with laughter. You just can't get over what she just said.
Oh, man. Was that an attempt at using modern colloquialisms? Seriously?
Anon, if you do not take this seriously, I do not know what to do. Providing a nutritious dinner for your foals and the mares who will be taking care of you is extremely important.
You've got an idea to speed this lesson up. Kneeling, you start rummaging around in the blanket pile for your basket. Luna just keeps talking.
When your mare gets home from a hard day's work, you should be there with a clean house and a quick, warm meal.
Yeah, I've got a quick meal for you, but it ain't warm. Sorry.
What in a quick...
You throw a loaf of French bread with your mad bar dart throwing skills. It lands perfectly in her mouth, shutting her up and feeding her. Luna just stops trying to talk. She can't believe that just happened. But you can. You the real MVP. You start taking a congratulatory lap around the circular stone sexist horse prison you seem to be in.
Anonymous, if you do not...
You stop in mid-run, arms still in the air.
Very well. It seems very apparent that the only way to make you into a proper, subservient stallion
Various lewd implements around the room begin to glow. Not all of them look comfortable.
is to break you in.
A whip gently rubs against your cheek, caught in Luna's glow. You stare at her, lips pursed once again.
How about no?
How about I don't care what you think?
Magic starts tugging at your clothing.
I don't want this.
That's the spirit. And please, don't worry, Cult. Although I have not felt the touch of a stallion well over 1,000 years,
No, please.
I promise to be gentle, yet firm.
Your clothing, although designed well by Drama Marshmallow, cannot take the tugging and eventually rips. Now it's just you, your boxers, and a possibly sex-deprived princess. She tries to pick you up, but her magic quickly fizzles out.
That's right, natural immunity. Oh well, be a good Colt and chain yourself to the wall.
Is there anything I can say or do to get out of this?
Luna smiles.
There's plenty you can do. And if you do it well, who knows? Maybe we keep you to ourselves. Wouldn't that be grand? You can lay around all day caring for me, and when my duties are over, we can engage in nuptials.
No. Anon, you might be going out, but you ain't going out like a bitch.
You grip the whip with your hand, her magical glow fizzling out.
Good to know.
You unroll it, striking a dominant pose. Luna quirks an eyebrow.
Anon, please.
Your name.
You crack the whip in front of Luna and she shies back.
Anon, stop this.
Salve.
You crack the whip again, and her magic falters on some of her floaty items of rape. You trade facial expressions. She's now looking at you with a frown, and you've got this wide grin on your face. Luna spreads her legs out in a defensive stance.
I will not be dominated by a weak stallion such as...
Your name is Toby.
You sigh as you stretch out. Even the guest bedroom was comfortable as fuck, considering it came from a princess who's now totally your new best friend. Oh, I forgot. You are daring. There we go. Who else would you possibly be? Now then, you spend the night drinking with awkward virgin Twilight and discussing the finer points of clop fiction. Turns out that librarians are kinky as fuck. The two of you unabashedly sported wing boners as you talked about potential positions, his size and shape, what he'd feel like, the sounds he'd make, what his scent...
Dang it. Morning wing boners are a pain.
You groan as you roll over onto your tummy.
Celestia, I do not want to leave this bed, but hopefully I can pick up Anon today.
The thought makes you happy and you spring out of bed. Opening the door, you hear some muffled sounds of conversation.
Well, might as well follow him, right? Better than wandering aimlessly.
After a few minutes, you make your way downstairs to a pretty tasteful breakfast nook. Twilight waves to you, blushing. Her dragon slave is busy in the kitchen, cooking breakfast. But what really gets your attention is the fresh pot of coffee.
Oh, despair right here.
You sit down beside her, nodding.
Welp, brain's still not booted.
Good morning, Daring.
Morning to you, Twily.
Twilight smiles, pawing a hoof at you.
Seriously? Only my brother calls me that.
So, purple smart then?
Better than Grape Encyclopedia. I'm serious. Where does Anon even...
The clank of plates hitting the table interrupts her. Apparently Spike is done. No, I mean he's just done.
I'm just gonna stare at Sweetie Belle for a few hours.
Well, I'm not sure if that's a healthy...
Anon has taken the only mare I've ever loved. Let me have this.
He looks at the two of you with eyes that have seen way too much. I mean, seriously, this kid just feels like a Crystal Pony refugee. Twilight waves him off, and off he goes.
So, yeah. Good intro there, Daring. Fantastic.
The two of you eat in relative silence, every so often sharing an in-joke or a smile. It feels good to relax with a pwn you can trust.
Huh. I guess that's what's been missing for so long. Trust. Well, that and respect.
Anyway,
Twilight finishes the last of her hay bacon.
I figure we head over to the jail, pick up Anon, and spend the day buying him whatever his little cultish heart desires. Hopefully he's got a short attention span like every other stallion, and we can just make this a bump in the road.
Good idea, Twy. I really don't want him reflecting on me being the cause of his prolonged imprisonment.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like anything's happened to him. Ponyville's a quiet town. He probably just spent some time on a cot and that's it.
You nod. Honestly, you couldn't expect anything drastic ever happening to this sleepy little town.
So, shall we?
Twilight nods and stands up, magicking the dishes to the sink.
Sounds like a plan. Let's head on out.
The two of you make your way onto the street and into the beautiful dawn. Absolutely nothing could go wrong.
Everything is horrible! Anon's cell is empty. Well, it's empty of Anon. The night guard are apparently sleeping with the ponies, so there's that. But those aren't the cults I'm looking for.
I just don't know what went...
No.
What? I'm just saying that...
Shut the fuck up.
You press a hoof to Twy's lips. It's time for your adventurous detective work skills to kick in. You point out a couple wine stains.
I think there was a struggle. And look.
You pull the pony's mane back. A nasty bruise is formed.
There was a struggle, but who overpowered him?
I have no idea. I mean, what kind of mare would fight a stallion and kidnap him in the dead of night?
The two of you take a few seconds to ponder before coming to the same conclusion.
Luna.
Damn it, it had to be the ancient one. Okay. So, we need a plan.
You gently hoof one of the ponies in the gut.
Right. So, what should we do?
Twilight thinks for a moment.
First, we should let Celestia know that Luna probably has Anon in her custody. That would be step one. Then we should round up the girls and go get him.
You nod.
You realize we're going to owe him like a year at the spa and 1,000 pairs of horseshoes after this, right?
Yeah, but at least he'll be here, you know?
Right. Well, we're burning daylight here.
Yeah, so Spike probably went to Carousel Boutique.
Fucking ponies.
You hoof the guard in the gut again.
So we should head on over.
Twilight finishes as she turns and heads out of the cell.
Right.
Both of you leave the pony station and the guards. You flex your wings and take off, soon joined with Twilight as you glide your way over to the extremely cultish fashion shop.
I mean, the mayor knows her clientele, but damn, could she fit any more hearts on the thing?
Twilight waves at you to get your attention. You look at her and then to where she's pointing. A tiny green lizard hides among the bushes just outside the window. You can feel his disappointment. Poor bastard. The two of you bank down and land quietly behind him. You don't want to disturb the little guy, but you catch him mumbling something.
Bendy marshmallow.
Yeah, that's enough.
With a loud cough, you grab his attention and he spins around faster than a tornado.
Can't a lizard catch a brick? Hey, you two, what's up?
You're both unimpressed. He drops the facade quickly enough.
All right, I know. Don't be a creeper. It's just... Hey, wait! Why are you two even here? I thought I'd have the day off.
First, I never agreed to you having the day off. You just assumed so. Second, you've been really moody lately, and you need to cut it out. Third, you know you have daily chores to do.
With each number, Spike's mood drops a bit.
Fourth, I need you to send an emergency letter to Celestia. And fifth,
Twilight leans in with a smile.
if you finish up early, I'll double your allowance while I'm away.
That earns her a smile from the dragon.
Promise?
Twilight nods.
Sure thing. And I know Sweetie Belle will need someone to play with, seeing as how Rarity will be joining us on our trip.
There's a bittersweet smile on his lips.
Yeah, all right. Thanks. So this letter...
Poor bastard. We can't all be winners, but he's young. There are plenty of mares on the plains.
You start to daydream a bit about that Colton school. You don't really forget your first love, but you do get over it. Your face sours a bit as you remember Derpy giving you the confidence to approach him.
Fuck! Harp swarming is going to be really awkward this year. Hey Darren! Yes, Brain? Twilight's looking at you. What?
I said, does that sound about You know what? Never mind. Spike, send it off.
In a puff of dragon smoke, the letter disappears, carried off by the wind. You kneel down to Spike's level.
You're a good dragon, Spike. You'll be fine.
You rest a hoof on his shoulder, mouthing, "You'll be okay."
Okay, so I'm gonna leave now. You're exhibiting 3 of 7 signs for stranger danger, so...
You remove your hand lightning quick from the little bastard.
No, it's not.
He raises his claws.
Hey, it's okay. I'm just,
He backs up, then starts sprinting back to the castle.
gotta go by.
You face off hard.
I don't know what's got into you, but he's fine.
Being labeled a full fiddler is not fine, Twilight.
She shrugs.
Trust me, he'll eat away some of his feelings while we're gone and be right as rain in a week.
Well, that doesn't sound healthy. Maybe I should talk to Twilight about her foal rearing. Hey, Darren! Yes, Brain? Your stallion is kidnapped! Prioritize! Right. Thanks. Forget about it.
The two of you make your way to the boutique and knock sharply on the door.
These kinds of mares are always such a chore.
Twilight turns to you.
Now, we need to break it to her softly because she's real.
The door opens to a smiling Rarity.
Why, Twilight, daring! What a wonderful surprise!
Twilight smiles wide.
Rarity, thank goodness! Do you happen to have a moment?
Anon's been foldnapped by Luna, who is holding him at the castle. Are you a bad enough mare to help save him?
You can feel Twilight's gaze lock onto you.
Just stare straight ahead, Daring.
Rarity starts to wobble a bit.
Oh shit, is she going to faint? I can't handle.
Oh, my Celestia, yes!
What?
What? Darlings, how can you not be excited? Why, this is the stuff of romantic novels. Our stallion, locked away in a tower, forced against his will by a man mad with power. Oh, it's just like that one novel, Shining Shield in the Tower of Trouble. Oh, darlings, do you think they'll ever write a story about us?
Twilight just looks at you, like she can't understand what the Tartarus just came out of your mouth. You start to blush, but keep staring straight ahead into the ranting marshmallow.
Yeah, so we need to get going, what with the whole saving our stallion from being raped and whatnot.
Well, to be fair, we don't know what Luna's doing to him. For all we know, she could just have him in counseling or something. Some way to work out his aggression.
You and Rarity roll your eyes in sync.
But that's not fun or romantic.
Yeah, what?
Suddenly pink in your vision. This mare is trying to kill you with her surprises. But you're onto her now.
So we gotta climb the tower, fight off the evil mares, and then get some good hot love.
You point at Pinky, then at your eyes, then at her again.
Dear, don't be so crass. Anon is a
gentle stallion. Come on, Rarity. You know what happens in those books of yours.
Books of mine? Need I remind you that you loaned me an
Suddenly, Cupcake. Conflicting emotions pass across Rarity's face. Did this mare just shut me up? Damn, this is a fine flank Cupcake. And you cannot stop the truth.
Girls, let's just get every pony else and set off, all right?
Aw, Twilight's trying to impose order amongst chaos.
Silly pony. We don't have to. I've already gathered the girls at the train station.
The three of you look at her.
How in the world
By the power of my Deus Ex Machina, of course.
She turns around and wow, okay. Wow, you did not need to see that so early in the day.
Damn, I didn't need to
My
see.
pinky sense? You can't see a sense. Oh, unless it's sight. But can you see sight? Twilight,
No, just... All right, whatever.
What, really? We're just gonna accept
Trust us, dear. Just let it go.
Rarity turns around, shutting and locking her door.
Shall we be off?
The three of you nod and make your way to the station.
So, what you're saying is that Luna's run off with Anon, and we gotta get him back?
That's the long and short of it.
Well, what's the problem then? Derry and I will rush in, fight off Luna, and rescue Anon like that.
Rainbow Dash smacks her hooves together for emphasis.
Well, the first problem I see with that is the whole assaulting a royal thing.
The wind leaves Rainbow's sails.
Oh, right. That.
So, how are we going to save our Anon? The poor colt must be scared and confused and...
Fluttershy starts to wrap herself in her wings, hiding behind her mane. Pinky nuzzles her.
There. It's all right. Nami's made of harder stuff than that.
Fluttershy cracks a smile at the innuendo, and you smile too.
So, what's the plan, Twi?
Well, we've already sent a letter to Celestia letting her know what's happened. She's going to wait for us, and then we'll all talk to Luna together.
Applejack nods.
And the plan with her?
She points to a rarity that's been grinning nonstop for the past 30 minutes.
We just let her stay in the fantasy?
Grasping for straws there, Twilight.
Canter on! 30 minutes, girls. Get ready!
Hey guys, Wuten here. Thanks so much for listening. Please remember to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already to get notified of new chapters for this story and more. If you're here during the premiere time or close to it, I'm likely streaming in the link down below, so come hang out with myself and some of the voices for the project. More to come soon, so y'all have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one.